Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Ebel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and join me today for this week's meal prep where I am making all of my favorite whole food plant-based dips. When I started thinking about what I wanted to meal prep this week, only one thing came to mind, and that was nachos. And then I started thinking, hey, Super Bowl's coming up this weekend. Why don't I make all my favorite nacho toppings? And then the idea popped in my head, Super Duper Dips. So today I'm going to end up with 6 different dips or nacho toppings. You can really put all these ingredients together in so many delicious ways. One of those is also my enchilada casserole, which I'm thinking that maybe at the end of this video, I might layer up one in one of my little baby loaf pans. The possibilities are endless, but the main priority is nachos. So this is definitely more of a starch solution meal prep. I am running low on fresh veggies. I need to go to the grocery store and whip up a stir fry to go alongside of this meal, but today will probably just be a starch solution day for me. I knew I wanted to use my Instant Pot for 2 recipes today, so I already got a head start on this meal prep and pressure cooked some pinto beans. I did 1.5 cups of dried pinto beans and then covered them with water and pressure cooked them, and I am going to turn those into a refried bean dip. I'm thinking that's probably too much water to just blend these up into refried beans, and I need my Instant Pot anyway, so I'm gonna drain these and move them into a different container. So once I get the beans out of there, I'm gonna get some potatoes and carrots cooking in there to make a batch of potato cheese. I'm getting slightly ahead of myself. Before I do anything else with the Instant Pot, I need to chop a couple vegetables and get those in the oven for my oven roasted salsa. For my salsa today, I have 5 tomatoes, 2 jalapenos, 1 green pepper, and I have 2 cloves of garlic. I'm not sure if I'll put all of that garlic into the salsa. We'll see how the ratios look once everything is cooked. And I'm not doing any onion in this salsa. Onion's just been a little off-putting to me right now, and so I haven't really been eating it. I'll post a link to the video that has the oil-free salsa recipe. Basically, all I want to, that's a juicy tomato. All I want to do is cut these tomatoes in half, and then I roast them with the seed side up. This guy's pretty wrinkly. I don't really worry about how big the pieces of pepper are. I'm gonna end up blending all of this up anyways. And the last time I used jalapenos, they were not spicy at all. So I'm gonna leave the seeds in one of the jalapenos. This one, I will take the seeds out. And then for my garlics, I peeled all the excess paper off of them. I'm going to put them into little tinfoil balls. Like that. And then I'm gonna do just a little bit of veggie broth. And I read this somewhere on Dr. McDougall's website or book. I really don't remember, but I know Dr. McDougall said this. A little bit of veggie broth. Yeah, that's how we do it. I used to do my garlic with olive oil and roast it that way, but since I've been oil-free, one time I made this salsa and I tried roasting it dry, and then it was so hard to get the cloves out. So this is my first time trying this Dr. McDougall technique with the tinfoil ball and the veggie broth. But I have high hopes. So there's all of my tomatoes, peppers, my 2 garlics. I'm going to put this in the oven at 400 degrees for 40 minutes. So I'm going to have the refried bean dip, the potato cheese dip, the oven roasted salsa. Then I'm going to mix together the potato cheese and the oven roasted salsa to make queso for my 4th dip. I'm also making a batch of my Quinoa Taco mix. That is my 5th dip. And last but not least, guacamole. These little baby avocados were on sale for 33 cents this week, and I haven't had avocado in quite a while. And that's another reason this meal prep is more starch solution than maximum weight loss, because generally avocados are more of a starch solution food. So priority right now is get the pinto beans out of the Instant Pot so I can get the potatoes and carrots pressure cooking in the Instant Pot, and then I'll go ahead and blend up my refried bean dip. So here's the pinto beans. Can you see how much water's in there? It's like just enough so they're like just covered. In my experience, that amount of water gives the beans a consistency that I like, but if you add too much water, you can always just cook them a little bit longer. That's why I put them in this pan. So before I season and blend those up, I want to get my potatoes and carrots cooking. This is going to be a big batch of potato cheese. This is probably a double batch. I had 6 really big russet potatoes and an entire bag of baby cut carrots. And then I do about 2 cups of water. And then I just use my preset settings, pressure cook. Potato. I've never really measured out the spices for my refried beans. I usually just taste test and decide what it needs more of, but I'm gonna try measuring them out today so that I do actually have a recipe. So that was 1.5 cups dry beans. Going to do a teaspoon of smoked paprika, like a 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder, teaspoon of chili powder, 2 teaspoons of cumin, a little splash of liquid smoke, and a sprinkle of salt. And let's blend it up. That is the consistency I like. Let's do a taste test. I've also added a can of tomatoes with green chilies to this to give it some more flavor, but since I'm making my homemade salsa today, I'm not going to do that today. Let's try it out. That's really good. I think I nailed it. Maybe a little more salt. I do want it spicier. I think I'm gonna add a little bit of cayenne and a little more salt. Taste test number 2. I think that's the stuff. And just in time, my Instant Pot is just about to start. Do you hear it? Okay, I'm gonna set these refried beans aside and move over to chop some vegetables for my quinoa taco mix. Quinoa is just about boiling, and the salsa vegetables are done. Here are the salsa vegetables. That garlic smells amazing. I cannot wait to open those up. But I'm gonna give these a few minutes to cool. I need to turn this down and cover these peppers. Okay. Yeah, I think these are cooked enough to add the other things. Can of corn. Tomatoes, green chilies, and 2 cups of black beans. I do these also in my Instant Pot, and then I did a big batch of these and then I froze them. I measured out 2 cups into bags. I'm gonna turn these veggies down as well. Oh, I need to set a timer for the quinoa. So the quinoa is going to take about 20 minutes to cook. I think I can get everything else kind of put together in these 20 minutes. I need to blend up my potato cheese, blend up my salsa, and mash up my guac. Sounds easy enough. I should probably chop some of this cilantro too that's gonna go in the salsa. So the Instant Pot timer did go off, so let's check on those potatoes. Okay, the potatoes are still super hot. So I'm gonna let those potatoes cool, chop up a little bit of cilantro, and blend up my salsa in my Ninja. Got my salsa blended up. I set half of it aside to just be salsa, and I left half of it in the Ninja that I'm gonna blend up with potato cheese. My timer for the quinoa just went off. Oh, that looks really good. Veggies look good. I used the wrong pan when I cooked my quinoa and veggies. I usually use my big pan so I can mix it all together. I forgot. So I'm gonna try to mix it all in the copper pan. If it overflows, I might need to grab a bowl or something. And I could season this up just like I did those pinto beans with like smoked paprika, chili powder, cumin, onion powder, that kind of thing. But I'm just gonna cheat and use some taco mix. Please don't come after me in the comments about the taco mix. Time to blend up the potato cheese. Can you see how much water is in there? I'm gonna leave that water in there to blend. So that was about 2 cups of water that I had done when I pressure cooked the potatoes, and I feel like that's a good amount to give me a good potato cheese consistency. If it's ever too watery, just cook it a little bit, kind of like same thing with the refried beans. I do have a video for this recipe on my YouTube channel that has like the exact measurements. This is one of those things that I think is all about the taste test. And since I'm doing a double batch today, I'm just gonna kind of wing it and taste test it. Start with some salt and pepper, nutritional yeast, liquid smoke, garlic powder and onion powder, but I am out of garlic powder right now. So I think I'm just gonna do a clove of garlic that I just roasted in the oven for the salsa. That's a pretty big clove. I think that should do it. And then jalapeno juice. I've also used lemon juice or apple cider vinegar in this recipe. Should I just do the whole jar? I'm just gonna do the whole jar. It's gonna be spicy. Time to blend. Taste test number 1. More salt. It's always more salt. Taste test number 2. Yep, more salt did the trick. Gonna make some queso. Bam, queso. So the last thing I need to do is mash my avocado and season that up, make my guacamole dip. So before I do that, I'm gonna dice up a couple oil-free corn tortillas, put these on a baking sheet in the oven, and I usually do 400 degrees for between 7 and 8 minutes, and it makes the perfect tortilla chips. So I'm gonna slice up a couple of these and get them in the oven, and then I'm gonna mash up my avocado. All right, all of my dips are done, my chips are out of the oven, and I am ready to put together an awesome plate of nachos. But I think I'm gonna need to like reheat my refried beans. Those are cold. So let me show you what I ended up with, and then I'm gonna put together my nachos. There's the refried beans, super delish. And then my guacamole, I totally just cheated with and did just a little spoonful of the salsa and then added some extra pepper to flavor that up. I just started thinking about how I was gonna season my guacamole and realized it was basically all of the ingredients in my salsa. So, saved myself a little bit of time there, and it tastes really good too. I ended up with 2 really big things of my quinoa taco mix, which I wanted because I want to be able to put some of this in the freezer. I've taken this quinoa taco mix as my like dish to pass when I've gone places before. I've done it just seasoned like taco mix with tortilla chips on the side. And I've also done it with Catalina dressing as like a taco salad. Half a bowl of just the plain salsa left over. This bowl of queso was full to the brim, and I think that tastes really good too. And then I have 2 big tubs of just plain potato cheese left over. So we'll see how much I eat up of this over the next few days, but I'll probably end up taking one of these potato cheeses and making a cheesy hash brown casserole at some point in the next couple days. Okay, now I'm gonna go put together my plate of nachos. So here are my nachos. I ended up skipping the refried beans for this meal because I just didn't feel like heating them up. So I've got my quinoa taco mix up here with some guac on top of the chips, and then back here, the potato cheese, the salsa, and the queso. I bought these plates like years ago at Target, and I forget I have them sometimes to eat fun things like this in. So those are my super duper dips that I'll be enjoying this weekend. Thanks for stopping by to watch this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and be well. 5 tomatoes, 2 ooh. Dude. I've never really measured out my spices when I've made this whoa! Oh! Damn it! What a mess! What a mess! What a mess! Damn beans are everywhere. What the hell? Oh! What the heck was that? Carrot down. Oh, I'm dripping on my seat. Oh, I look so pasty. Dude. 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 I'm gonna start that over because I was crooked the whole time. Really, fridge? Well, you gotta turn on now. Time to blend. How do I do this? Good timing. Do I have that on the wrong setting? Dude. So the last thing I need to do, oh. I may need to reheat up like my refried beans. Those were Penny. I appreciate you napping all the way till the end of my video. If you could just give me like 5 more minutes. Penny. Penelope. 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes, please. Oh, did I just do that whole thing on the wrong light setting? That's annoying. Okay, Penny, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Hi, Ted. What are we gonna do the rest of the day, guys? What are we gonna do the rest of the day? Nothing to say now that I'm available for attention. Ted, you look extra cute today.